Okay, so I have just had the joy of seeing Run All Night. And here is your movie review. Now, being that I just said I just had the joy, you obviously know I enjoyed the movie. Okay, so let's see. We've got Liam Neeson, Ed Harris, Vincent D'Onofrio. I thought his name was something way different. Yeah, so Common was in this. Oh yeah, Common was in this. Okay, so Boyd Halebrook, Bruce McGill. We've got some really good actors in here, which was great, you know, because I don't even know where I'm going. I'm sorry. I distracted myself. My ADD is like haywire right now. Okay, so anyway, let me explain the premise of the movie. The premise of the movie is not what you see in the trailers. The movie it's not way different than the trailer, but the trailer makes you think it's going this way when it's not. So I'm going to explain the premise, and it's not going to be spoiler alerts, but it's going to be like spoil buds. What I mean by that is, you do not know it going into the movie, and you do not figure it out until you see the movie. However, it's not a big deal if you know, because it's not like you find out early in the movie, but if you didn't know, then you wouldn't know how to watch the movie. Did any of that make sense? Alright, listen, I'm going to explain it anyway. If you choose not to listen, you choose not to listen. But it's not spoiler alerts. It's really not, I promise. Okay, so the way that the movie works is, Liam Neeson was a hitman back in the day with the drug trade with Ed Harris. And so, I mean, they both killed people, but I think Liam Neeson is the one that was like gonna get caught, basically. And so his son, trying to remember, oh yeah, Joel Kinnaman. So his son, Danny, he like wants nothing to do with him, and now he's married. He's got 2 little girls who, by the way, get this, his girls' names are Caitlin and Lily. How funny is that? So he's got 2 little girls, and really quickly, parents guide: if your kids are okay with violence, then this movie's okay. The violence isn't that violent. I think there is a stabbing scene that's pretty bad. Let me remember. Yeah. There is some blood. There's some stabbing. Like, it is pretty graphic. It is pretty yeah, it's kind of. But other than that, like, if you're okay with that, like, if they play video games, then they can watch that. But there's no, I don't remember there being any language. I think there was, like, 1 sexual joke, but since I don't even remember it, I doubt it's going to be that big a deal. Oh, no, you know what? I lied. I remember 2 sexual jokes. There was one where, I don't want to tell you the joke, but, it's not that obvious. Don't worry. I don't think kids will understand it. And then I don't think there's that bad a language, which you would expect since it's like an action-y movie. They do talk about drugs a lot, though. They do talk about drugs, but they do it in a way that, it kind of, like, they're saying, like, drugs are bad, I'm not doing drugs anymore. You know what I mean? So it's not like bad off. So, I mean, if your kids are mature enough and old enough, I think it would be okay. I think a 13-year-old would be perfectly fine watching this movie. I mean, I think, you know, that's fine. And then if your kids are younger, if you're okay with them playing video games like Grand Theft Auto and stuff, they'll probably be fine with this. Like I said, there is a little blood well, there's a good bit of blood in it, and some of the death scenes are pretty graphic, but honestly, it's not bad. I would have let my kids watch it if they wanted to. They didn't want to. Lily came in at the end. She watched like the last 15 minutes of it, and she didn't even watch the movie, and she was interested. So yeah. So anyway, back to the movie review. So he's now that he's got his family and he's, you know, married and got 2 kids, he wants nothing to do with his dad anymore, just because like he knows, like he grew up with it, so he knows his dad's like a bad guy. Here's the thing now. I'm so sad. No, here's the thing. I thought his name was Danny. Oh, it's Mike. Who's Danny? Oh, yeah. Okay, Danny is Ed Harris's son. Alright, so anyway, so Mike, who is Liam Neeson's son, he kind of like makes you mad in the movie just because he's just such a butt throughout the whole movie. Like, his dad's like trying to help him, and he's just being a jerk about it and like not listening and stuff. So anyway, he goes, he's a limo driver, and so he is driving Boyd Halebrook, who is Ed Harris's son in the movie. He's driving him, or no, he's driving like these drug dealers to him. And when they get there, he sees stuff that he shouldn't see, and so then like everyone starts coming after him, and like they're gonna kill him for seeing what he shouldn't have seen. And in the through a series of events, Liam Neeson ends up killing Danny, who is Ed Harris's son, if you remember, if I'm making any sense. So anyway, when he kills him, like, he calls up Ed Harris and he's like, I just killed your son, I killed your boy. And so now Ed Harris is like, well, you know, shit's about to go down. Like, so he's gonna go and, like, he's told him, like, I'm gonna kill your boy then. So in the trailers, like, you think the movie is like them, like, I don't know, running from, like, well, I guess you think they're drug dealers, but you don't realize that, like, they're the drug dealers, you know what I mean? So they're after his son, and, like, he is intent that, like, you're not gonna kill anybody because then you'll be like me. Like, you can't, once you flip that switch, like, you can't unflip it. So, like, he's just going around, like, basically just trying to protect his son. And that's the movie. Like, legit, that's the movie. There's nothing else to the movie. Like, that's it. But this movie is, like, so full of, like, action and twists and turns, and, like, there's so many fight scenes, and then there's, like, just deaths this way and that way, and Liam Neeson is a badass as always. Like, it's really good. I don't think there's any comedy. I think there might be, like, 1 or 2 jokes, but I don't remember laughing at them. But it's really good. And you know how when you're watching a movie and there's a fight scene and it looks like the director, like, flipped the camera and just rolled it around, so you're doing like this, like, trying to see who's who and who's what and what's going on? They don't do that in this movie, which I love because you can actually pay attention and see what's going on. So I honestly, I enjoyed this movie. I don't think I was bored even once, which is rare for me. I usually get bored when it starts getting slow. Was not bored. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I liked it a lot. I'm almost certain this is at Redbox. So I would definitely check it out at Redbox. Sorry, I hiccuped again. But I would definitely check it out at Redbox. It was really good. And then in the end, alright, it's obvious what's going to happen in the end. Like, you cannot watch a movie like this and not know what's going to happen in the end. However, when they get to that point and it finally starts to happen, it really hits you hard. It's really good. It's entertaining. And you almost for a second think, like, they're not going to do it. But then, of course, they do it because they have to do it. So I really enjoyed the movie, and the end was good for me. The only thing about the movie that I didn't really care for was that I thought something was going to happen in the final scene that didn't happen. But that being said, I'm glad it didn't happen because it would have just cheesed it up a bit. So I'm glad that they went a different way. So I'm going to go ahead and give this movie 2 thumbs up. And I say check it out however you can. I thought it was really good. I really did. I would totally pay $5 for this movie. That being said, the council has spoken. Bye, kids.